I'm a big fat liar.
What are you lying about?
I am writing a letter to Shep Huntley all about my summer and where I'm staying and going and staying with. It's quite interesting.
Okay, why are you writing him this letter?
Why, part of our plan.
Oh, you mean the plan about him setting us up in a shop somewhere?
Exactly.
Okay, how are you gonna get this letter to him? Do you even know where he lives?
I'll find out from the operator. Western Union.
Okay, Western Union. You mean the same phone that you couldn't figure out how to use? That phone?
It'll be great.
Okay, all right.
Don't you worry.
I'm not gonna worry. Hey, did you hear what was happening with Eunice and Steve last night?
Yeah, I think she probably ran to the cops.
They have fights like that every Friday or Saturday night. Eunice runs down here, she's screaming in my face that Steve went and hit her, and then she runs to the bar. Steve comes down here, always asks where she's at, and 9 times out of 10, either Stanley and I will say that she's at the bar. So it always ends with them coming back drunk as a skunk, up into their apartment. So, I mean, there's really no point in calling the cops either. We're not in the best neighborhood, Blanche. You know that.
Calling the cops would make it a better neighborhood.
No, not really. Cops won't respond as quickly as what your neighbors will.
Interesting. Well, that Stanley of yours, he is an Aries, right? Just the way that he bangs around so much, it's like Aries, the war god who bangs around so much.
I think he's a Capricorn. He was born 5 minutes after Christmas.
Capricorn.
That is a Capricorn?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I would trust you. You're the more astrology-based sister in the relationship.
Virgo.
Yeah. And I'm a Leo. Dad always called me a feisty lion.
I'm the Virgin.
I'm remembering all the crazy stuff that we used to do back at Bellerive. You remember that summer that we went and fed the ducks? And I tried to get one because I wanted it as a pet. You remember that?
Dear, I think we have quite different memories.
No, you were with me. We went down to the pond. When was it? It was like a week after my birthday. We went down to the pond and we saw a family of ducks. And I asked you, I'm like, Blanche, should I get us a duck? And you're like, well, I don't know, Stella. Maybe we don't need a duck. I'm like, we need a duck. So I went in the pond and fetched us a duck. And that mama duck was not having any of it. Don't you remember?
That mama duck
got so mad at me because I got bit by a duck.
You always had a way of getting into a bit of trouble.
It wasn't trouble. It was fun. Don't you remember how much fun we had when we were kids?
Of course, but certainly getting bit by a duck is trouble.
It's not trouble. I still have a scar from it somewhere. I don't remember where I got bit. It was on the arm somewhere.
I see.
Speaking of ducks, Stanley brought up a hotel name. I don't remember what it was, but it was based off of some kind of bird. Do you know what hotel he's talking about?
Certainly he wouldn't be talking about the Hotel Flamingo.
Yeah, that's the hotel that he was talking about. He said something about it in passing, and he said it was you were there or something. I'm like,
Oh
What?
no, no,
No,
no,
called the
no.
Flamingo.
I wouldn't be caught dead at the Hotel Flamingo.
Hmm. Okay.
No, no. The stench alone would keep me away.
Stench?
Yes. Oh, horrid place.
Like, what kind of stench are you talking about? Is it like rotting garbage? Is it a sex hotel? Is it a dirty motel? You know, what kind of place is this?
A lady of my reputation wouldn't even know what the reputation of a place such as that would be.
Oh, okay. You said that it just smelled, so I was just curious what it smelled like to you.
I don't like the implication that I would know what such a place smells like.
I'm not implying anything, Blanche. I just asked a question. I'm not trying to put you in the hot seat. I'm sorry.
Of course not. Of course.
But you know, it's just when Stanley says something like that, I like to get both sides of the story.
Stanley's side of the story is forever changing.
Eh, I can see where you're coming from with that. You know, when that man gets drunk, ugh, he becomes a wild animal. As you can see from the mess that he left.
That you clean up.
That you weren't gonna clean up, so I had to.